which one is better to have, like a synchronized cloud system like Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever you got, or then have this like very complicated, very complex own stack of like a cloud service. And I'm like this. I think this is so obvious which one is going to win that I would say barely. We don't even have to make the whole video.
Okay. So basically, guys, today we have a really interesting topic: cloud services provided by a big corporation like Dropbox that makes everything easy for you, or a self-hosted solution, meaning that you're actually owning your data, but you also own all the problems that come with it, right? Setup, maintenance, and all of that. A lot of problems. Okay, so now you probably know what I'm gonna be talking about. I'm going to talk about self-hosted solution, and Mikael, as he mentioned already, he will be defending the Dropbox owner, so to speak. So guys, let's get started. And like before, I'll let Mikael, start so that I can crush his arguments after the fact.
All right, so I mean, I'll share the screen so everybody knows.
Please.
Let's see. Here we go. Well, when it comes to Dropbox, and by the way, Dropbox is not sponsoring us, although it would be nice to have it. So, contact us. We're gonna talk good things about you. Anyway, super easy to use. I'm just saying, it's so cheap. Like, you can actually get the free one. I think they have the free one still. I've been using Dropbox. I think maybe a year after they launched. So I've been using it, I don't know, 10 years or more. And it was in growth hacking side. They were very now now it's really like obvious things what not everybody's been copying Dropbox for years, how to get new clients and customers. But back in the days when they launched, nobody was doing it like they did. So they had this, like, when you are doing certain tasks, then you're gonna get more you're gonna get more space. So I'm like, more gigabytes or whatever. And when you are inviting other people to use and join, then you would, and also your friend would get extra memory. So I mean, that was pretty no-brainer. It was like 2 gigabytes. I think they still have it. It's probably somewhere here. Maybe I saw it already, but I just can't spot it. But anyway, they have this still like always free plan, 2 gigabytes. And I mean, like, that's usually good for some small stuff. But then I have also as personal, I think I have this one. If I'm,
the cheapest one?
Yeah, because it costs like 100 euros a year. So I think it's this one, and I get 2 terabytes. So that's like huge. I'll just put all my photos from my old phones. They just have this continuous sync. And then we have for the company, we have the professional. I think this one, maybe, most likely. So it's so good. Also, you get all these other, good stuff. You get the capture, which is very good. We've been using Loom for some time now. Capturing all the screen recs and meetings. But now we also have the capture. I wouldn't say the capture is better than Loom though, but I mean it comes with a professional package anyway, so kind of makes no sense to use any other. It's not that much worse than Loom, but then you don't also have to pay more, or maybe if you have to pay a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, actually it is included, so even better. Then you have all these other like DocuSign signs. Why would you even use any other? Why would you make your own difficult rack when you get all these? That's just what I'm asking. If you can't afford 10 euros a month, then you have trouble with your life.
Okay. Good argument there. So if you can't afford 10 euros, then what are you doing with your life, right?
Yeah, I mean, like
that's
you have to think through your life plan.
So, okay, my counter argument is following. If you think about your business, and we are pretty much in the same business, right? We're doing marketing for our clients. You know, we do it from a different perspective. You have your niche, your specialization, and then I have my own. But in the end, still marketing. So if you think about company assets, what do we really have? We have our personnel. That's definitely an asset. People are everything in the company. But then we basically produce digital files. In the end, we produce digital files of some sort, marketing presentation, Excel spreadsheets,
Well, everything,
God forbid,
everything,
PowerPoints. Yeah. So we produce digital assets. Where do we store those digital assets? In many cases, we store them on our computer. And as you mentioned, in the cloud, we have something like Dropbox. And basically, that's pretty much it. If your computer breaks or somebody steals it, God forbid, you will have still copies in the Dropbox. But if you think about it, your data is probably the most crucial part of your business.
Yeah.
And if it's gone, then it could have substantial, implications for your business. If, for example, somebody wrote to Dropbox and said that you are hosting, CP,
what is CP?
Adult material. It's
sorry. Yeah, don't say it because otherwise, if you're gonna get money, then we're gonna demonetize. Yeah, I just realized. Yeah, CP.
Yeah. So if you if somebody reports you that, hey, this guy, he has CP in his account or something, then there might be a disturbance. Another thing that could happen is somebody could actually hack Dropbox. That is possible. And what I can show you now, there is a very good website that I really like called Have I Been Pwned, right? And basically, if I type my email address, and now everybody will know my email address, but again, probably everybody knows who wants to know already. So if I type here my email address, you will see that I have been pwned. Basically, my data leaked to the internet, and it leaked during Dropbox breach in 2012, basically. So there is an indication that Dropbox, as every other cloud service, it's not immune to hacking, to losing your data, and so forth. So basically, if you think about it, if you're putting everything basically that you create to Dropbox, you're making, basically, that's a huge risk and a huge liability for you. First of all, you probably signed, like me, you probably signed like 1 million NDAs, right? Like NDA this, NDA that. And now if you store customers' data on Dropbox, and then for some reason Dropbox gets hacked and that data gets leaked, you might be held responsible because now you leaked the data. You didn't take precautions to encrypt it and so forth.
I think theoretically, but like for real, if Dropbox is the culprit, then you as a user, because there's always in contrast that it limits your, you can't be responsible of Dropbox's safety, so then most likely you wouldn't get sued. But yeah, that's a valid point though. Yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah. I mean, at least you could lose a client, right? Maybe they don't sue you, but they will say like, hey, like this is a big, problem. We are losing business because of you and whatever. So there is an opportunity there. And what you said about 10 euro a month, you are absolutely correct. But once you start to have more and more employees, you will see that it becomes very, very expensive. So if we go to Dropbox and just go to pricing, and first of all, I use Dropbox. You will soon see that I still use Dropbox, but the way that I use it is very interesting. It may be different to the way that you use. But anyway, if you go to the pro features, like professional features, that's about like 17 euros a month. And then if you have, for example, 25 people in your corporation, you have to multiply it by 25. Now it's hundreds of dollars a month, easy.
But then we go to the thing. If you have 25 employees, you should have a problem by paying couple of hundreds a month. You should make
Yes.
more. You should
Yeah,
make
yeah,
enough
of course.
revenue so that that's still not gonna be a problem. Like, yeah, I don't. It's
Of course,
it's a
of
fuck you
course.
money. Sorry,
Yes,
money.
I
You can
understand.
blur it.
Yes, I will. But basically, if you then add also Slack, right? Because you need some sort of communication inside your company, right?
Yeah, well,
And you
Slack
slowly-
sucks.
Well, that's I use Slack, so maybe that's another episode, right? Coming up.
Yeah, this
you
is
know.
actually another one we have to make. Slack sucks
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, Slack versus whatever. What do you use, by the way? Do you use Skype or WhatsApp?
I send these like actual letters and use smoke signals.
Ah,
So I'm
yes,
the-
very good. Pigeon, right? Like,
smoke signals is free. So
yeah,
pigeons
yeah.
exactly. No, I mean like
Yeah.
we use Google Chat, which is not by far the best, but it comes with our plan, and Slack is all right in. Well, we actually let's not go there.
Let's not go.
We need
let's
to
not
make
go-
another one. Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
good-
we need to make another one about
Yeah.
Slack versus whatever.
Yeah.
And then you add Slack, then you also add email, right? You add email, and then you're adding maybe calendar and other services. So all of a sudden, per employee, you are spending quite a lot. And of course, you can build it into your cost, and that's basically not a problem. But you still don't own your data. You still potentially, could be held responsible for leaking the data. And in the end, also, you are enriching other businesses. So Google might use your data to train their AI.
But isn't that a
Dropbox.
good thing? Isn't that a good thing?
Well, it depends. It depends. Do you want control or do you want ease of use? In cloud services, you're basically paying for ease of use. But once you get to a certain point, it becomes more cost effective and also from the company perspective and risk management might be more cost effective to do a self-hosted version. So now I will just tell you what I do so that you can maybe learn from it.
yeah.
And remember, in the comments down below, if you disagree, if you think Mikael is right, please let us know. If you think that I'm right or you want to know more, ask in the comments below. But anyway, what I did actually in my
press
company...
thumbs up
Yeah?
if you like my stuff, and press thumbs down if you like Artem stuff.
Very good, very good. Basically means that everybody will use thumbs up. Okay, so
Or
anyway,
maybe they
what I
use
do,
it thumbs down.
or maybe thumbs down.
Yeah, we don't get any views.
Yes, but again, guys, just write in the comments what do you think and what do you use for your business. We'd love to hear, what are your solutions. But
Yeah.
basically, after, like looking at all the costs associated with each employee in my company, I decided to explore an interesting solution and I stumbled upon Synology. And Synology is just one of the vendors. There are many vendors similar to Synology, but Synology provides basically an idiot-proof solution for people who want to own their own infrastructure.
That looks super
basically,
expensive.
Maybe it looks expensive, but I promise you,
So when you say
doesn't-
like, you have to pay hundreds of euros every month to have this, I think you have to pay like thousands of euros to have this one.
so
Or maybe
Not
in 20 years
necessarily.
it's gonna be cheaper.
So basically, if you get started with a box like this, so Synology offers boxes, let's call them just like server computers. It's a powerful computer that can provide you all the services or most of the services your company needs out of your office, for example. So what basically I did is I bought a cheap NAS solution. And when I talk cheap, we're talking maybe $400 to $700 without drives. And I packed it
without-
with drives,
Okay.
without drives.
So just
And
a
then-
rig.
Yes, just a rig. And then I packed it with drives that I wanted to use, the capacity that I needed. And I got basically 10 terabytes for like together with the rack. I got it for maybe all in all, maybe I think it was like 800 or 900 euro or something similar. So we are
Okay.
not talking about very expensive purchase, but what I got in return. So I placed it in the office and I connected it to our office connection that is really quick. It's really speedy. It's about a gigabit download and about 400 megabyte upload. What did I get? I got VPN server for all of my team right away out of the box. Anybody who wants VPN, they got it. The box provides. Second, we got alternative to Google Drive. So here we have our own, Dropbox-like experience that works on our domain, is available outside of the office, and we can just go to any folder. We can click, for example, here, share, create a public link, and now you have similar experience to Dropbox. Now anybody, can share the link, and they have also desktop solutions, so you can have Dropbox experience where the application is running in the background and syncing documents to the server. So that's pretty neat.
No, yeah.
But what's most important is that you get this kind of interface once you set up the box, and it takes about 20 minutes. Once you set up the box, you get this interface where a non-technical person can actually do everything. I can go to Package Manager and I can install services for my company that I needed. So if I need Office solution, they have it. For me, it's just one click and boom. I can do spreadsheets, I can do slides, I can do documents.
So
Google Drive experience.
Is this hold on? Is this this is not a Microsoft Office? That's their own. Or
No. It's not Microsoft Office. It's their own Google Drive kind of clone. So basically, it's like Google Sheets, Google Slides, and so forth.
Okay. But okay. So if you just put like Words or Google Sheets there, can you modify there straight in there, or do you need to always download it?
No. You kind of have to live in their ecosystem if you want to use Synology. But what you can do is you have alternative to Google Calendar, right? That syncs and is available, works on mobile devices, no problem. You have also opportunity to use Synology Photos if you want to back up, for example, digital assets for your customer in photo format. You have Evernote alternative. You have Video Station for video files. You have also Cloud Sync that I use. So, for example, my Dropbox and my Google Drive and my Microsoft Drive get also backed up to our own server. So if something happens with them, I don't care. It's just one click and I get all the files. I have access. My company can continue working. They also have email server, so I can take care of emails if I want to do. I can run virtual machines and also more. And if you look, for example, at the storage, we have used 7 terabytes and now, out of 10 terabytes. But if I want to expand storage, I can just buy a small expand storage box and I can expand it to another 30 terabytes or 50 terabytes. But what's
what the hell you are storing there if you have 7? 7 teras already used.
7 terabytes.
I think everything combined.
Well,
with my stuff, I wouldn't even get close to 5.
Yeah, but then again, I have a lot of video files. For example, when we're shooting raw and stuff like that. So, no, not no.
A lot of video files.
Google
Stuff you can't put on Dropbox.
No.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
That's why you have your own whole server.
This went in a totally different direction. So guys, I assure
you,
like I'm married
stuff.
and I'm okay.
Fail on his charges immediately.
Yeah. So what I use is I use Backblaze to back up everything to a cloud service. So I back up all of our storage in the drive. I back up to Backblaze because Backblaze allows me to encrypt backups and then push encrypted backups to Backblaze, and it's so freaking cheap. I mean, I don't remember how expensive it is, but I basically pay almost nothing, pretty much. I don't remember the exact pricing, but it's ridiculously cheap, and basically it's built into the Synology. So basically, anytime I make any changes, it automatically pushes those encrypted to Backblaze, so that if something happens, if the box catches on fire, I don't care. I'm not going to be losing any kind of data. We can continue working right away. So that's another good thing. And the peace of mind that I get from, first of all, owning my data. Second, reducing costs, because now, for example, if we have 50 employees, my costs will not go up because Synology is already purchased. That's it. It's already there. I just go to control panel, users, click create new user, and that's it. Here I create a user. Now I will give him access to certain applications, and he will get access to all the applications that he needs. They also offer a Slack alternative called Synology Chat, which is pretty awesome because it works on mobile device as well. Let me just search for chat. Here, I think, yeah, there we go, Synology Chat. It's basically a Slack alternative that runs in your own server, basically. So I think it's pretty damn cool.
But then you can't put any kind of integrations, because the only thing Slack is good is that you can add a lot of integrations with the Zapier or whatever tool. So this is I think this is kind of standalone stuff.
Yeah, so now let's talk what I like, what I don't like. So first of all, what I like is that I own my data and I have access. I can do anything I want if I want to. Second, the cost becomes very, very, like it turns in my favor once you get past maybe 20 employees, for example. So it becomes more cost effective to actually have something like Synology. And then third, I like that, it allows me to scale my business, as time goes by, so I can, start purchasing additional hardware, drives, I can attach many different other options to it. But the negatives, you mentioned one, integration. So Synology is not integrated as well with other services. So if you want to use Zapier, or you want to use make.com, or you want to, integrate whatever Teams into it, it's going to be really hard because Synology is not yet so prolific amongst small companies and medium-sized enterprises that it's supported everywhere. Support is slowly coming, but it's not yet there. So if you need tight integrations, I don't think this is the right way for you. Second, if your internet connection goes down, or if your Synology system catches on fire, basically, then there will be service disruption. So you should weigh the risks. For our business, the files will be available because files are still on the computer of our employees. So from that perspective, I don't think that's an issue for us. Nobody's going to die. And what I also don't recommend doing is using Synology email service unless you can really, really be sure that your box is always up. It has amazing internet connection that is corporate, level and so forth. So what I'm trying to say is, if your company has more than 20 employees, or if you work in a sector where privacy is very important. So imagine if you work, for example, for military, I don't think they will be using Dropbox, right? Or if you work for the president or banking sector. So if you work in a sector where privacy is very important, mission critical, then something like Synology is amazing because you can actually put it in your office and block internet access, so it can't even connect to internet and everybody can still use the service. And also, if you have technical people within your company. So if you have technical people within your company, the system is so easy, anybody can set it up. But still, you need to have some small understanding what is terabyte, basically what is hard drive, how to put hard drive inside the rig and so forth.
Have you plugged your power into the wall?
Yes. And also I have UPS, uninterrupted power supply. So I have like a huge battery connected to it. So even if the lights go down, the battery will still keep the server running for a while. And then if the battery is ending and light didn't come back, it will automatically tell the server to shut down gracefully so that no data is lost. And basically, if you like tinkering, if you like if you're geeky, this is amazing because there is so much you can do and it just makes me happy. So in the end, for me personally, there are some use cases where something like this makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense for us, but I will be still honest with you. We still use some of the cloud services, and now we don't use all the services that Synology offers, but we are slowly evaluating every single one. And for example, Synology Drive has been an amazing addition to our company because now we have 10 terabytes of space and we can have unlimited amount of users. We don't have to care, because it doesn't bring any additional cost to our company. So that's my piece. That's my counter argument.
Yeah, I mean, like that's a pretty solid one. That's what I was also thinking, that now that I saw it, kind of makes sense. I'm like, not just kind of, it really makes sense to use it, especially when you have, I would say even maybe more than 10 people, then I would say that it makes sense to use it. That is for sure the easiest way to, when you want to get your own rig and do the setup. But then again, you're from the coding side, I'm from the creative side. So for me, Dropbox looks pretty. It's easy to press the button, and then that's it. Most likely Dropbox is not gonna set on fire, so should be all right. And but
yeah.
Now that I'm thinking, maybe when if we're growing a bit bigger, I actually have to probably go to that solution as well. Not huge fan of those Synology Words and Excel stuff. Really like Google stuff, but I mean, for just putting data in, using it for because we have people in various countries right now as freelancers, so they need to have access to our stuff, and man, that's the way they can do it. So if you have a company more than 10 or 20 people, then obviously Artem wins. In other cases, I have to declare myself winner just because, why wouldn't I? So
Of course, that makes a lot of sense. But definitely what I'm trying to say is that when you want the easiest solution and you have a small company and you just want to focus on, getting work done, I think something like Dropbox or Google Drive is amazing. But once you start to be more corporate, and for example, if you have like 100 employees, then Dropbox becomes a huge cost, right? I mean, like Slack becomes huge cost and so forth.
Who even uses, if you have like hundreds of people working, who actually even uses Dropbox and etc. I don't think. Well, actually, probably some are, but very difficult to. When I used to work in Deutsche Bank years ago, and there you had your own these like server halls, and they weren't using any Dropbox or whatever. It's I think it's mainly for micro and small companies, maybe some random medium-sized companies, but for sure not above that. It really makes sense.
It would be weird, right? If Deutsche Bank, it would be weird, right? If Deutsche Bank sent like, we store. We store all your financial data in Dropbox. I'm not gonna lie. I would switch the bank.
Trust us, bro.
Everybody, all the cool kids are using Dropbox, so we're storing all the financial data in Dropbox as well.
Yeah,
it's protected by the American corporation.
Very true.
Basically, guys, I think we can wind down our episode. What I can say is that Mikael is definitely right. If you're a small company or you're not very technical, Dropbox is very, very good. But once you start accumulating employees, just keep your mind open. See other solutions that are available. And I think we are now entering an era where, the honeymoon phase of cloud services is kind of like over. And people are starting to really see the cost of cloud services in terms of security, privacy, and of course the financial cost. So I think we will be going back, at least some companies will be looking at getting those servers back at the office for the sake of privacy, performance, and obviously cost. So yeah, and definitely check out Synology if you're interested. If you go down that rabbit hole, I can guarantee you're gonna have a lot of fun time. I spent 2 weeks basically doing nothing else but just reading what amazing things I can do with Synology. So I'm pretty impressed, pretty happy after using it for over a year. So that's it, guys. And remember, if you think Mikael wins, let us know by the thumbs up. If you think I won, don't do the thumbs down, just write in comments. So yeah, and if you have other suggestions, please let us know. But I think the next episode will maybe focus on Slack, because I think we already started talking about it, so we might as well consider talking about Slack anyway.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
guys, thank you so much. Mikael, thank you a lot for your company, for joining, for helping me, and creating something really, really, really cool that I'm looking forward to every second week.
Awesome.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
On to the
And
next
have
one.
a wonderful day.